Hey everybody, welcome to the Bestiary Boys, where we do deep dives into monster manuals and bestiaries. And Joey, what is the entity we are talking about today?
Today's entity is the Guardian Demon.
The Guardian Demon, and this is a creature who you mentioned last time that you have run. I don't think you mentioned it on while we were recording, but you did mention it, so I'm really anxious to hear all of your Guardian Demon demonic escapades. But before we get into that, we got to start with a quote, and it goes like this. I managed to free him, but he was already ruined for life, tortured with fire, acid, and blades by those wretched guardians. I beheaded them all. And this is from Mora Nightblade, who is a champion. So not a very funny or silly or ironic or sarcastic quote this time.
It's kind of a misleading one, in my opinion.
Yeah? What are your thoughts on it?
Well, because I've run them, I know how dangerous they can actually be. So I doubt if Mora Nightblade beheaded them all on her own.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, we'll find out soon. So let's take a look at the art, though. And I was just talking about this before we hit recording. But I love the shield. This is a badass shield. It's crude. It reminds me kind of like a, I mean, not like an Uruk-hai shield, but like in that stylistic vein where it's not like perfectly crafted. It has these spikes on it. It's got like a mouth on it. Looks like teeth, and then some kind of symbol in the center.
Yep. And
then we have this the
eye.
The eye. Oh yeah, it's an eye. Duh. I don't know why I didn't. My visual perception did not click on that one for some reason. Maybe it's because it's like a negative. I think that's what it is. But anyway, the rest of this Guardian Demon is pretty sweet. So no tail that I can see. No goat legs that I can see.
Nope.
Very humanoid from top to bottom, with the exception of the horns. Yeah, and the face, it almost has like a Grinch. I don't know why I'm getting the Grinch. Yeah. Do you see it? Do you see it too?
Totally the Grinch, yeah.
Oh man, maybe it's because I went to this Christmas festival this weekend and there was like Grinch stuff here and there, and man, that's really fresh in my mind. But it's got a spear. There's a portcullis in the background. So because we'll find out very soon that these Guardian Demons, as their name suggests, they guard things.
Yep.
But really cool artwork. Anything you want to say about it?
The first thing that I noticed about this artwork is this demon has no nipples.
I like how you're always zeroing in on the nipples. I know we've made nipple comments before on some of these creatures. I think there was another creature who had significant nipples, like ready to go nipples.
One it was the fire demon has them like really significant, like they're protruding through her her cloth. But I didn't even make a comment about that one.
I feel like it was, you know what it was? I think it might have been Captain Flunder's troll submission.
Yeah.
I feel like one of the troll or a giant or something like that had some serious nipples going on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they should.
They should. For sure.
Part of the anatomy. I do love this artwork a lot, though. Jokes aside, I love the red cloak that he kind of has on. I like the studded leather armor strips. Not really, probably really armor, but everything about this demon tells me it's a good stalwart fighter, and they obviously fight in numbers, which they do.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see get to that very shortly, because they do not fight alone. They're very organized. They are very deadly in groups, and they guard stuff. So let's get into what they guard with a description here, and it goes like this. Whenever a portal opens between the demonic world and our own, the Guardian Demons are always there. So really, anytime a demonic portal shows up, that's where these guys are. Granted, you could probably put them anywhere, but that seems to be their main goal. But they thrive on chaos just like any other demons, but are clearly less restless in temperament, as they usually remain in the place they have been assigned to guard. So I guess they're a little more even-tempered, maybe, than the other ones, because they have like a goal. They're not just out there to like wreak havoc and stuff, but they're They have an actual mission. And the Codex, here it is again. The Codex Chaosium offers no information on these creatures, but since other sources describe guardian demons as particularly vulnerable to the aggression of other greater, in parentheses, demons, it may well be that they simply do not dare to leave their posts. So maybe that's the real reason right there. This in turn could explain why they're so brutally hard on each other and on the inhabitants of our world. I pity the halfling, mallard, or human who ends up in a prison camp guarded by guardian demons. So it almost sounds like they're prisoners a little bit on their own, right? Like they're kind of relegated to their posts, and that kind of pisses them off to a degree, and it, it fosters their hatred and their anger, and I don't know. It's pretty cool.
They're probably standing around humming Queens, I Want to Break Free while they're on guard duty. That's what I would be doing.
Yeah, I can picture it now. If I ever run Guardian Demons, I'll have to have that song queued up. Yeah. Although I guess we might get copyright strike or something if I do that. So
yeah, that's true.
Bad idea. But since you've run these, I think you are the best person, of course, to talk about their stat block. So let's move on to that.
Well, they have a ferocity of 1, which is good. I like when things are fair. Size is normal. They got a decent movement of 14. They have 2 armor and 28 hit points. So
formidable
on average. Yeah.
Like, comparatively, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that's just 1. And like you'll talk about very quickly here, but they're typically found in groups. They're not just one hanging out. So
I think I kind of noticed what we've been doing is comparing it to our party right now. One of these would be no problem. Right. I would think maybe even 4 of these, if it was like 1 for each of us, we'd probably be okay, because Gwydion is a little OP in my opinion. I think he does a lot of damage.
You know what? He does a lot of damage. I feel like that's the one thing, not to go on a crazy tangent about our Path of Glory campaign, but I have noticed that you and even Dagwood.
Yeah.
Dagwood seems to be like anything. Granted, he did like sort of focus all of his abilities on the thieving stuff. He has a really low strength and all that, but yeah, you guys are definitely a force. I've noticed running this, and I'm like, crap. How do I throw more stuff at them to to make it more challenging? Thankfully, you guys aren't great at climbing, or at least half of you.
That's true. Yeah,
there's that.
Yeah.
There's that.
But these guardian demons, they have a keen sense of smell. So whenever an opponent is trying to sneak up on them, that opponent gets a bane on their sneaking roll to get past guardian demons, which makes sense.
You think their nose would be more? Well, maybe it's because they don't have a nose. Maybe it's because they just have the skeletal nasal hole. Because I was like, if they smell so great, they don't have much of a big nose.
Well, see, the way, because of their demons, I have to think of like the most upsetting thing possible. So really what it is if you had like a microscope, you'd see that inside of those nostrils, there's like hundreds of human shaped noses aligning the walls. So that's why they have a keen sense of smell. They have hundreds of human noses.
That kind of reminds me of some kind of like Tool visualization, the band Tool. Like I picture like chambers of human noses, and it's like just rotating in some kind of weird kaleidoscopic way. Anyway.
Yep. No, that's fair. So if you're from the west side of the world, you're going to think of Tool. If you're from the eastern side of the world, you're going to think of Junji Ito, the Japanese horror.
There we go. Artist. Or that. I think that's a great comparison as well.
Yeah. But these guys, here's where they get really dangerous. They're coordinated. Guardian demons are constantly trained to fight together. Because of this, guardian demons may pick any initiative card they want before any cards are even drawn, instead of randomly drawing them as long as they're not fighting alone. So that's cool. My players, they're like, that's bullshit. I'm just picking up all the first cards.
Well, more on that. So the one thing, I reread the Dragonbane combat rules this last week just to prepare for the session, because it had been so damn long and I kept screwing up the rules. And one thing I noticed, there's a little box in the Dragonbane rules that talks about strategic use of initiative. So it's not so much that you want to go first. I mean, you can, of course, that could be a great strategy. But
Right.
also, like it was mentioning, oh, if you're not, you work together, you swap initiative, another character tries to topple another creature to make them go prone or something, and then
Mhm.
that character then will strategically attack it. So I could almost imagine these guys maybe not, I guess it depends on the circumstances, of course, but maybe they don't all go first.
Well,
Maybe
that's
they
what I
do
was.
kind of like
Yep.
feel out the battlefield, and that's more like that requires a lot more calculation on the GM's part.
Yep. So, what I was gonna continue with that was my players are like, "You're just gonna pick all the first cards." I'm like,
Oh, you
"Nah,
didn't. You didn't.
no." I always took the last cards because, and they realized quickly why. The main reason why I would always pick the last cards, especially for these guardian demons in particular, is because their goal is to guard. Their goal was just to keep you out from somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and then I wanted them to have every chance to either parry or evade your attacks, and that you would have no way to parry or evade my attacks afterwards if I'm going after you.
Mm.
So they would always use up all of their parry, and then I would be able to choose, yeah, I'm going to block that because you're a hard hitter, or no, I'm not going to block that because I know you can't one shot me anyway. And then I would attack them, or I would have two that could attack and two that I needed to block or parry with.
I see.
So
Yeah.
with Dragonbane, and we always get, even I get caught off guard with that, like with Gwydion. There's a lot of times where I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have any more actions. Now I have to spend willpower to be able to do it, and 3 willpower is a lot to spend to get to block extra times.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't have a whole lot, so I can only do that so much. But
yeah, one thing I like
these guys
about when you guys play, because I've played with groups that it's so metagamey the whole time,
Mhm.
and you guys typically don't do that, which is great
No.
because it keeps things flowing. But because like I've played with people where, well, combat starts and they're saying, okay, you do this, they, like this elaborate fucking plan, and I was like, okay, when are you guys doing this? like combat just broke out, a round is what, 6 to 10 seconds at most. Like what, I mean, how are you guys are acting like you have some kind of private room with a map of the aerial, like the battle map itself, and you're like drawing lines, and I don't know. That always kind of upset me with when I played 5e combat, is I tended to play with a few people anyway who were really strategic in that regard, but man, does it slow play down. So you guys,
Yeah.
to me, you guys don't really do that. I mean, if you do it, it's like it makes sense in the narrative, I feel like.
Yeah,
Like you guys often will
some
call out like your
Yeah.
characters, so
Yeah. Kind of like when there's been instances where I know Gwydion is like shout out commands at certain things lots of times before doing something of his, doing an action of his own, especially if it's to keep other people alive, because that's kind of his role in the group. Is if we're gonna like speak in a metagaming term, he's kind of like the tank of the group. He can take the most hits.
Yeah.
It hasn't been that way now because, again, not metagaming, he took off all of his armor because he knew he was about to attempt in climbing, which he's not good at, and heavy armor was only going to make it harder. So he removed all that, and so he's even more vulnerable in this chapter of events than normal.
Yeah, it was great. I think Grandpa's Dice Bag mentioned that you're role playing very well, where you're not trying to play a game, you're trying to play a character. And you threw Gwydion into a lot of situations that were perfect for the story, but terrible for my
well-being.
Terrible. And so, but it's great. I mean, that's why I love it. I love how I mean, you guys all pretty much play that way. You when Brian's like, I'm gonna go down there because I have a weakness of being gluttonous, to the hobgoblin.
Food down there.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hell yeah.
So many tangents.
Yeah. It's okay because it's a shorter entry anyway.
True.
People like the longer episodes, and this one would have been like 10 minutes if we just sped through.
Yeah.
So monster attacks, though. Let's get back to the episode.
Get back.
D6 as usual. One more quick tangent. I've
Yeah.
noticed because I follow the Dragonbane Discord and like other Facebook groups. A
Hmm.
lot of people have been arguing about whether you should randomly roll for attacks or just choose one because you can do both.
Hmm.
So if you're watching this episode, I'd like to hear from you in the comments what you think. Is you think it's better to? I'm not even going to use the word better. It's such a pretentious thing to say. Do you prefer to roll random attacks, or do you prefer to just choose what they do, or do you do a mix? I did a mix actually. Sometimes
I could see a mix being great. I'd say for me, I talked about this last time or one of the last episodes where I really love just randomness as much as possible.
Mhm.
And so I try to do that. Granted, I can see the idea of picking because,
Right.
if you are creating or running a sentient thing, they're thinking about what they should do, more or
Yeah.
less, right? And so you may go down this list and see some that make more. Some of these attacks make more sense than others to do. But for me, like maybe it's because we do it live, but man, I got very little brain space left
Mhm.
to like think that much, about
Right.
how these things are. So to me, it's like such a great feature to be able to roll randomly and not even thinking about it.
Yeah, I enjoy
But
it.
yeah,
So attack number 1 is the spear sweep. Sweep the leg. The guardian demon sweeps its long iron spear to knock an opponent's legs out from underneath them. The victim is knocked down and becomes dazed. So no damage, but being knocked down and being dazed, that's pretty rough.
yeah. Well, I like that because to me that speaks to really the strategy. Like they
Mhm.
are strategizing to like let me get these guys off their feet, so my other buddy guardian demon's gonna stab
Stick
them and
'em.
get yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Let's see. Attack number 2 is the shield bash. Monster bashes an opponent with its large shield. The spikes on the shield inflict 2d8 piercing damage, and the victim is knocked down. I was about to say prone. Same
Another
thing.
knockdown.
Oh
Damn.
yeah, these guys like to knock you down. These guys want you on the ground all the time. They're like, I don't know, they're what's that? Jiu-jitsu? Is that who
Hmm.
likes doing ground game all the time? These are jiu-jitsu
That's
fighters.
right. Yep.
Paralyzing spear thrust is attack number 3. The demon thrusts its iron spear at an opponent. The attack inflicts 2d10 piercing damage. That's really damning. And injects the victim with a paralyzing poison with potency 12.
I
Rough.
I love the paralyzing because again, we have knockdown, and then if you get stuck with this thing and fail the check, you're paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
another yeah, I'm beginning to see how these guys can really screw you over quickly.
Number 4 is impaling horns. It's just like the spear thrust. It does 2d10 damage, but just damage. So they stab you with their horns. I would have liked a little something added to it, like maybe a different kind of poison that they secrete from their horns. But
Or
I mean,
like maybe they fling you. Again, I
or
don't
they fling you.
I guess these things are like only normal size, so maybe that's too much to ask, but I think
That
that'd
would
be a
be,
cool
yeah, you're right.
but still it'd be a cool feature because I remember there was another creature I don't remember now, but that they did that. They would like pick
Probably
you. Maybe
the
it was one of the
Minotaur?
cave troll. Well, no, one we've talked about already. Might have been the cave troll that would like pick you up and just toss you.
Oh yeah,
But anyway, yeah, I don't know. That would be kind of neat. But again,
Caledon. That was its
Caledon.
tough.
Okay,
I think it was the
okay.
Caledon. Number 5 is entangling rope. The demon pulls a rope with small weights from its belt and throws it at an opponent within 10 meters. The rope entangles the legs of the victim, who trips and falls. The victim is The victim is unable to move or perform actions that require movement except trying to break free. I want to break free. Sorry, it's in my head now. Which counts as an action and requires an agility roll with the Bane. Others can't help you.
Interesting. I guess it's agility because you're kind of tangled up, and you need your dexterity to get out of that versus like using brute strength.
Yeah.
Because I immediately thought like, oh, this would really screw up Dagwood, but it's like, oh wait, no, it's an agility check, and he's graded agility.
Yeah. I would probably definitely, as a human with high strength, beg you to let me use adaptive to use my strength instead of agility, because I think I got like a ridiculous 17 strength or something.
Yeah.
And then the last thing they can do, which I'm going to add a little small conversation to this one, teleportation. The guardian demon sticks its iron spear into the ground and teleports to any location within 20 meters. The sudden movement does not trigger a free attack. So that's very useful, especially if somehow the party breaks them up and they need to regroup really quick. That's a good way to do it. So that way they're still getting the benefit of drawing initiative the way they want to.
Yeah.
But the thing that I also saw other players talking about recently is the Guardian Demon has a movement of 14. Movement is one of the things it can do, and then an attack. How do we distinct movement of the creature from movement it gets from attacks that it does? And from what I could find, they get both. But people have been arguing about that. So it's like,
well, give me an example.
So if I move my guardian demon for its movement 14 meters, but then I randomly roll or pick to use teleportation, that's 20 more meters of movement. Some people say you can't use that attack because you already used your movement. Other people say that it should be part of the attack. From what I could find,
why
it should be separate, like it's separate.
Yeah, to me, it's why would it be together? That's BS, because to me, it's clearly written here is that, okay, one is them using their legs, right? Right. The other is them using basically demonic magic, I would have to imagine, to teleport. So why would you like gimp that to, oh, sorry, no, you've already done your movement? Doesn't make any sense to me.
Some others, like the Caligon can charge like 20 meters. And that's still using its legs, but I would still argue that even if I moved my creature, if I randomly roll the charge attack, I'm going to move another 20 meters if I need to. Like,
that's how these are. The movement is separate from the monster attack. I'm actually surprised that anybody, because granted, I would say there'd be more discussion around the Caledon example you just gave because it is actually using its legs in both instances, whereas this is like a blip. It's just like vanishing and then appearing somewhere else, right? So, anyway, that's kind of a bizarre... it sounds like a non-argument to me, but it seems to be
that tell us in the comments if you got a hot take. We still got to do a hot take part 2.
We do. Shit, you're right. We got to do that. We got plenty of hot takes to respond to.
We do. We should maybe put out one more call. It's been a while since we announced it.
That's true. I don't know. We got a lot though.
Did we?
Yeah, we got quite a bit. And so I would say we do I would say we do the video. Yeah, we'll have to look at it, but I would say throw hot takes in the comments if you'd like, and you'll make it into the next episode if you're you're here. But I don't know. That's a weird argument to me. I can't imagine anybody. I don't know. It just, to me, it's like, it's pretty obvious that the physical movement of the character is completely separate from the monster attack.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling too.
But anyway.
Well,
all right. Yeah, those are the attacks. I guess we'll talk about the encounters next. So the first encounter, well, the random encounter, I should say, is a bolt of lightning strikes a nearby hilltop, followed closely by a deep rumble of thunder. If the player characters investigate the smoke-filled site, they find a destroyed stone portal. And a successful Myths and Legends roll reveals that it probably once led to the demonic realm. Suddenly, 2 guardian demons emerge from the smoke, confused but determined to defend the portal, whether it is open or not. Who destroyed the portal will remain a mystery. I like that, how they gave it like a little bit of a, hey, we're not giving you who did it. It's a mystery for you as the GM to figure out. But yeah, I mean, cool little encounter. Would Gwydion, if he saw a bolt of lightning strike a hilltop nearby, go investigate, or would he just keep going on?
I know you would totally investigate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess because you are a bit, I don't want to say partial to demons, but you have demonic opinions.
Yeah.
Oh, so you'd probably know. I'd probably give you like even a boon to a Myths and Legends roll on that.
Yeah. He's a demon hunter.
Yes.
That's what he does.
That's what he does. Cool. Well, that's random counter. The adventure seed is panic reigns in Barrowsby, and the villagers are fleeing for their lives. A portal to the barren lands of the demons has opened in the village graveyard. It is now guarded by a handful of guardian demons. No one knows who opened it, and no one cares to stay around and see what happens next. If the portal is left alone, the guardian demons will establish a demonic outpost in Barrowsby. I really like this so far, and use it to transport. Not only is there a graveyard, but they're starting an outpost. So shit's gonna go south real quick unless you guys figure this stuff out. But anyway, they're gonna use it to transport demons to and from our world. It gets worse and worse on nefarious missions. The player characters must enter the village, close the portal, and defeat the guardian demons. The best way to close the portal is to break the magic circle that powers it. This is interesting because they're actually giving you a solution here. Not that it has to be the only solution, but I feel like most of these adventure seeds, we don't get that. So it's kind of a neat thing. Yeah. And then, which is reluctantly maintained, we have another character, by the mage Xerxes, who is trapped there after a magical mishap. I was talking to you about this before, but I love that too, because we've had so much fun with magical mishaps. I mean, it's transformed Magnus completely. So those are good. And I like how they had an NPC actually go through one. But Xerxes does not have the power to close the portal on his own, but if someone takes his hand and grants him additional courage and power, he can break the spell. I really like this adventure seed. To me, this is, I don't know, I love the idea of there's this little village and there's a graveyard there. And then these demonics are holding an outpost. Not just any outpost, but like, it's going to be like, they're going to bring in demons over and over again to, mete out their nefarious, whatever they're up to. So it's like a big problem for a very small community, it sounds like.
Yeah. It's great.
So
it's a
I dig that one.
It's a good classic adventure. Makes me think of Oblivion.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. Man, that was a good game. I think that was one of the Elder Scrolls that I really actually finished. No, I finished Morrowind too. That's right. Never finished what was the last one? Skyrim. I got really far, but I played like I have this problem with those games where I don't play the main quest. I just like run off into the forest somewhere and find adventure, and then like 200 hours later I haven't done anything, and then I kind of, for whatever reason, abandon the game.
My mom easily has over 1,000 hours in Skyrim, and I don't think she ever finished the main quest.
Damn, that's insane. Wow, crazy. Yep. So you've run these. Let's talk about how you have run them at your table. You give us little hints, but I'm curious to see how it went, what your opinion was, any sort of things you would have done differently.
Absolutely. So I stuck these in an adventure that was actually inspired by another adventure seed in this book. Again, like sometimes the adventure seeds are kind of vague and you have to fill it in with what you want. I chose guardian demons and a shadow demon.
Oh.
Yeah. And so there were more guardian demons than there were players. I would say there was I think I had eight guardian demons, 4 players. It was like,
ouch. My
players are a little metagamey. So it was one of those.
Like, they would strategize, like I was talking about earlier.
Not to that extent, but they would build strong characters.
Okay. So they're min-maxers basically.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, min-maxers, yeah. And so because I sometimes have players like that, which I'm fine with, as long as everybody's fine with that kind of ordeal, like, if you're more wanting to play with a role play group, I'll let people know, hey, don't come over here and sit at this table with these guys, because they're gonna that's not this game, just trust me. But they killed them, and they killed the shadow demon. They did.
Was it a crazy fight, or was it a close fight, or was it a...
It was pretty close. I think if I had not been randomly rolling, I could have killed them easily. Like if I chose what attacks my monsters were doing, they would have been dead. No doubt. So I think that one of the things that did spare them is that I would randomly roll for all the attacks. But what I did enjoy about the Guardian Demons was they, other than, and I ran them wrong. I ran them incorrectly too. Mine were a little bit stronger. I forgot about this. I gave them boons if they were four of them together because I thought I'd read that somewhere, but clearly not.
I think
Maybe
I'm surprised it's not there though, because to me, I
right.
feel like that. I get the coordinated. Obviously, you're choosing your initiative order. It totally makes sense, but also
Mhm.
maybe they tried to do that in playtesting, and it was like, okay, this is stupid. You know?
Maybe. But yeah, well, if there was at least two of them within 2 meters of each other, I gave them a boon on their attack rolls, or parry rolls,
It'd be
or evade
parries,
rolls.
yeah, evade, right? Because it wouldn't be. Yeah, they always hit, right? Monsters, so
Yeah,
they wouldn't get a boon there. But
yeah. So they got parries on their evade and blocking. So, but I had a lot of fun running them. And if I were to use them again, uh, without any inspiration from the book, which I'm glad I had the inspiration from the book though,
mhm.
I think I would I would make these guys like captains. I think I would do the thing where they had advantage, but I would make one more upper rank, like a captain guardian demon, and he gives all the other ones boons on any checks that they have to make.
I
I think
see.
I would
Yeah,
do that.
there was what was it? I think there was a game where it was like that basically. It's a super common thing where you have like a leader, and then as
Yeah.
long as the leader is there or whoever's near the leader gets a boon or something. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, cool stuff. Oh yeah, we got to talk about the submission now, viewer showcase. We got one. This is a very interesting guardian demon. I was totally unexpected when I saw this, or I was taken aback when I saw this because it's not what I expected. Let me pull up the image right here. I'll keep talking while I do this. All right, so this one is sent to us by Azel Eladir, yet again, who has been submitting ones very frequently. So this guardian demon, it looks like something out of Little Nightmares or something, or even
Yeah.
what was that? What was that PlayStation 3 game where you played like these ragdoll things? What was that?
Sackboy?
Little Big
Oh,
Planet.
Little Big Planet?
Yeah, yeah. But this
Sackboy was the name of the character.
oh,
Yeah.
Sackboy, yeah. So this thing, as you guys can see on the screen, it is a mismatched ragdoll looking thing where it's got these ears, but half its face is one color and the next it's got button eyes. It's got a sneering, sharp teeth smile. It's got zebra stripe arms and
Yeah.
legs. It even has like a bear tummy. Where it's
Yep.
got like the two like the two-tone thing going on.
Yeah.
But
They sent with the email.
uh-huh. Oh shit, you're right.
Azel said, "Here is my Guardian Demon artwork submission. It's based on the short story Ikbar Bigglestein. I can't say it was a particularly good story, but I enjoyed the monster description. The titular character protects the protagonist in exchange for teeth, but his appetite isn't sated when the protagonist runs out of baby teeth. And these are quotes from the book, I assume. You stopped feeding me. Why should I protect you? Protect me from what?" And this thing had responded with, "Let me show you." Sounds like a
Mm,
creepy story. Probably a
it
creepy
does.
pasta of some kind, maybe.
I need to
I
look
don't
this
know.
up because I have never heard of it, but I love the context of this thing because it was, yeah, I was like, what the heck is that? How did you get this from Guardian Demon? But now I like the idea that they read a story and then applied this. Oh, crap. I see. So I just Google searched it
Yep.
and this is exactly what this thing looks like. So there are images of this thing. So yeah, it's cool. I didn't know there would be illustrations. I thought it would just be kind of like, like you said, a text description from a story. But
Oh.
you see it
Oh, neat.
now? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. Yeah, it is. It is creepy pasta. You're right. Creepypasta. Good old
Well, thank
creepypasta.
you for the entry, Azelle. You nailed the way the creature looks, and you made it look very Tim Burton-y.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks like a Tim Burton illustration.
One thing I really like about this art is the pose of the character. Its legs are kind of like playful.
Cross.
They're kind of playful cross. Yeah, it's weird, but yeah, it's eerie for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys out there watching right now, listening right now, would like to send us something to be featured on the show, email us at archivistofadventure@gmail.com, or you can join our Discord server. It's totally free. Link is down below. And you can drop it to us there, either in the Bestiary Boys channel, or you can DM us if you want it to be a surprise. So, yeah, that's it. Well, that is Guardian Demons. Anything else you wanted to, I can't think of a guardian. This is like one of those creatures where it's so specific. I mean, I guess if you could look up a demon who has guarded something, that would make sense in terms of
I mean, like
media.
Their entry is an example of one. I'm trying to think. I know there's got to be like a movie where, you know what I mean? Like there's got to be
where a demon is guarding something, a threshold of some kind, like Cerberus, guards the gates of hell. I can imagine. Yeah, I guess that could be considered a guardian demon for sure. Like a different kind, but an example of one. So let us know, guys, down in the comments. Are there any awesome guardian demons we should be aware of? And also, I guess, if you've ever run a guardian demon, because I always love to hear the stories. A lot of you guys out there have been commenting below experiences you've had with these creatures in your own games, and that's always fun to read. But yeah, I mean, anything else we want to talk about with guardian demons, or should we talk about next week's creature?
I think I've said everything I can think of about guardian demons.
Okay, cool. Ooh, this next one, I'm kind of excited for this one.
Oh yeah, we're next week we're covering my ex-girlfriend's mother.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. We'll get to weave those stories you had into the adventure seeds.
Yep, we're talking about a harpy.
A harpy.
I actually am excited for the harpy. That's one of those. It's a very mundane monster at this point because of how often they appear and stuff. But I don't know. They're cool. They got like this special place in my mythological creature loving heart.
I know. I'm the same. I don't know why. Because it's another one of those like standard mythological creatures we've heard of, seen of 1,000 times. But I guess they're not as common as something like the griffin. The griffin to me is like something everybody's very familiar with. But I can't imagine if you told somebody like a harpy, they may be like, I don't know what that is. But I actually have, I did run these in the Secret of the Dragon Emperor campaign in a homebrew side quest, which I guess I'll talk about next time. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And we will see you guys next week with the harpy. It is